By flight. So what is your, how do you get him to come back? That's the big question.
By training him to the lure.
Do you have a lure? Can you bring it without causing any problems? It has a quail. Okay. So this guy eats birds, and so they raise quail to have eggs. So some people really like quail eggs, and you can buy them in the store. But Harry doesn't like the eggs so much as he likes the quail itself. So from the egg producers, we buy the quail, and then we tie it to this thing, which is called the lure. And so when Harry's out flying, Sage will swing this lure, and Harry goes, "Oh my gosh, it's all you can eat. Quail buffet time." And he's flying around, and then he goes, "Sage has got the food," and he goes zoom, right to Sage, and Sage lets him grab it, and then Sage scoots on up to him, put his little clip on his leather ankle braces, and so he's back off of the grapevines. So there's a grape guy, and he's working hard on his fields, and he's got all these grapes, and he wants to make wine, or he wants to make raisins, or he wants to sell grapes at the store, and the little birds come and eat all of his grapes, and he's just so mad at those little birds, and he says, "I wish I could get those little birds away from my grapes because they're eating all of my crop." And so Sage would go up there and say, "Hey mister, I can help." And so Sage will take the hood off, and he let his bird out, and the bird would chase away all the little birds because he's a bird eater. All the little birds know that, and they say, "It's time to get out of town." And so all those birds take off, and then the grapes are saved. And so then the farmer would say, "Hey Sage, here's some money." And so that's a way to make a living. By
What do you feed him?
Quail.
That's all? No, you got him when he was little.
Yeah, it's just right out of the egg.
Harry! He's like, "I want food!"
We got, oh golly, 5-6 years ago, and we got him from a person who takes care of sick and injured birds. So that's called rehabilitation. So he's called a rehab person. And the rehab person found this bird, and we don't know if it got hit by a car, we don't know if it got shot by a hunter, we don't know. Question. Here it is. You're eye to eye with a red-tailed hawk. You should have a question, Molly. Yeah, that's a really good question. It's made out of keratin like your fingernails, and it's really sharp.
Freedom or food? I think so.
Shedding with bird, they call it molting. And so when he molts his feathers, then he grows new ones back. And he does that once a year. And
So what is it? Greyhorn?
this is like a gray-horned owl, but this is the gray-horned owl of Europe. So he's called the Eurasian eagle owl. Here, Sage, if you could come and